Greetings, Dapplings, and welcome to a new First Days for the channel, where today we're going to be checking out the ridiculously cute Let's Build a Zoo. Now, if the name wasn't enough to clue you in, this is a game about building zoos. Now, there have been several zoo tycoon-like games around over the last decade or so. So what really makes this one stand out? Well, I'm glad you asked, and if you're particularly eagle-eyed, you can probably already see. That is a very strange-looking bird of prey. Or a very strange-looking elephant. No, in fact, it is an amalgamation of the two. Some Frankenstein-like chimera about to eat the monkeys off the bus. And, well, I guess it wouldn't really matter too much to the kid who's being eaten by a snake. This is a very poorly run zoo, I must say. Nevertheless, this starts off as your average, everyday zoo tycoon, taking care of the animals, hiring staff, doing a little bit of research to unlock better amenities for your guests, and, eventually you end up mapping entire genomes and then deciding to, just like add an elephant's head onto a bird of prey, or take the genes for a trunk and add it to a giraffe, and now you've got a giraffe with a trunk. It's going to be grand. I can think of no better way to run a zoo. There's absolutely nothing that could possibly go wrong with this idea. But that being said, if by the end of this episode you have enjoyed what you saw and you want to see more, do let me know down in the comments or with a like on the video. We may see this blossom into a little bit more than a first taste. But with that all said and indeed done, let's go ahead and jump into the zoo. Now, I've played around a little bit just to get my bearings. We had a 25-day zoo, but goodbye. You were a wonderful zoo, and I had many beautiful animals in it. But it is time to start anew. Who shall I employ to run and manage my new zoo? What does this mean? Pick your appearance. You can change this later. Fantastic. I think I made a great choice. I believe we have as well. Please enter the name of your zoo. Look, we could go with something Aavak, or we could start as we mean to go on and just make a sanctuary for all the animals of the world. And I can think of nothing better than the Daffodil. There we go. Humble beginnings, I think we can all agree. Kathleen, an investor. New task, visit the management office. Hey there, my name is Kathleen, and I'm currently your zoo's sole investor. Could you come down to the management office for a quick chat, please? I suppose I could, yes. Let's click over here and find out about your tasks. All kinds of requests end up here, and I know you'll want to keep on top of them. Try viewing a task now. Very well. Alright, current task, build an enclosure. Every zoo needs animals, but before you can take a delivery of any animal, you need to build an enclosure. Tasks completed for this person, 1 of 12. I'm sure that's going to matter at some point. Now then, as you can tell, this is a fairly nice little pixel art game, and from the initial onset you might be led to believe that the zoo is going to be very small, but no, you can have a rather large zoo if you put your mind to it. But we need to start small initially. Now, we've got loads of things that we can build. Factories, farms, benches, lights, decorations, signboards, nature, subways, floor tiles, amenities, facilities, shops, and indeed enclosures. As you can probably already guess, you're probably going to be spending most of your time in the first 5. But let's go ahead and just build a grass enclosure. Now, you draw out the walls with this, which is actually quite a nice way of doing it, in my opinion. There we go. We'll make a nice big enclosure. There we go. We'll just trace the perimeter, and boom, there we go. Now I've got to put in a gate. Right now we'll just have the gate on the side where the customers are. Perhaps I should put the gate to the side or behind it, so if something tries to rush out when the zookeeper goes in there, it's not going to potentially eat any of my customers. That being said, I don't think we're going to be getting to any kind of animals like that for a little while. Great, now that we have an enclosure, we can start the real business of finding animals to make our zoo one step closer to becoming the best zoo on the planet Earth. New task. Timbo, an Australian zookeeper. Overpopulation. Good day. I have a gift for you. visit me in my zoo, and I can tell you all about it. Just find the Australian Zoo on the world map. Very well, let's head on over to the world map. Nice stylized world map. And here we go. Struth! We had an unexpected boost on our rabbit population. Really? Your rabbit population? And you weren't expecting this? I feel that is about the only thing you can expect from a rabbit population. We just don't know what to do with them. I heard you were starting a new zoo, and instantly thought we might have found the perfect home for a couple of our floppy-eared furballs. What do you say? I say yes. You will get a breeding pair of rabbits, white rabbits specifically. These animals have been added to your collection. Okay? I'm sure you'll love them, and your visitors will too. It's pretty hard not to love rabbits, actually. I'm not saying you can't, you monsters, but it's pretty hard to do. You have to try really hard. This person will have a new task after this. Complete 4 trades with Cuba Zoo. Okay. Okay. Right. Well, it's probably time to start trying to earn a living. Let's open the zoo to paying customers and start turning up. Very well. Head on down here. Hello. Right. What's the names of our rabbits? We've got Blondie and Bessie. I mean, okay. I'm not sure that your enclosure is particularly nice, though. So before I open it up to the public, I would like to try and fix that. Now, this is the water pump. Now, we are currently purchasing water from the local... well, I guess the local utilities company, really. But the pump will give us an area of effect where any water troughs will fill. And I am totally sequence breaking by doing this, but I refuse to wait until the tutorial tells me to take care of my animals properly. Right, we're going to pop a little water butt in there. There we go. That, as long as it's within the area of the water tower, well, water pump, will be filled. We also want a couple of other things for our animals. You can get all kinds of information on the animals in the pen. You can also view the objects in the pen, add objects, edit the enclosure size, shape, get more animals, check the arrivals that are due, also set up the breeding program. Now, specifically, this is only to this pen because any animals in the pen will breed naturally given enough time. You will also unlock further buildings that allow you to specify animals to breed. However, this shows you a lot of the variations that you might have. Not all of them are represented there. But we want one more object. I'm going to say we want some enrichment. Let's pop in a little ball for the rabbits to play with. There we go. Rabbits are not, in my experience, super interested in playing with balls. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Right, let's go ahead, and I want a different looking zoo. I mean, that does look quite nice, but that's a little bit perhaps large scale for what we've got right now. Right, there we go. And open the zoo. Jennifer Dudner, the Dudner editor. The mayor officially opened our new zoo today. The zoo that has been named Dapper Dell was made possible through an investment from Kathleen Kay, a renowned international business mogul. The management of the zoo said, "We hope to become a huge success, bringing joy to animal lovers everywhere, while also being financially responsible to our investors. Maybe even buying them out and gaining our own independence one day." Wow, making those plans known in the paper, no less. Very bold. An exciting time for everyone who witnessed the grand opening of the new local zoo. Right, okay, now we're going to start having peeps coming, but there's a couple more things that we need rather urgently, actually, for our animal friends, and one of them is a storeroom. This storeroom will have all of the food that we're going to need for the animals. And where would I like to place this? Because I don't necessarily want it right next to the animals themselves, but at the same time I want to reduce the round trip time for my zookeepers. I think we'll pop it right there. Right, we're going to hire a zookeeper. Work ethic is nice, energy is good, job satisfaction, politeness, an impolite zookeeper. I mean, as long as they're polite to the animals, I guess. They're not here to keep the oh, what? a research grant. They're not here to keep the guests happy. They're here to keep the animals happy. Build a research building. Hi, I represent a zoological foundation for research, and I am here to offer you a grant. If you build a research hub before the end of the day, I will fund you for the next 14 days. Now, this is going to allow me to choose. There is pretty much no reason to say no to a researcher. Research unlocks new features for your zoo. However, I'm kind of tempted to see what would happen if I said no. But this introduces you to the fact that sometimes you'll have a choice. Sometimes they are moral choices. And this will impact your zoo in a bit of a kind of black and whitey style. You know, if you make enough morally questionable options, then you're going to start leaning really hard into those morally questionable business tactics, and indeed the decorations of your zoo will start to resemble more of a factory than anything else. But we will, of course, take this task. Plans for a research hub in the local zoo. The zoo recently announced that they plan to construct a research hub, and once built, visitors can expect to see a constant flow of new and exciting attractions appear in the zoo. Zoo management says that there are currently no estimates on when it will be completed. However, they reassure us that after construction, the researchers and designers will be working hard to constantly refresh the look and technology of the zoo. We spoke to the locals, and the reactions are mostly positive. New stuff is always exciting, says Jane, a housewife with kids. Franny, an infamous commenter on all things negative in our community, said, "Why bother making new things? We have enough things in the world already." We all know a Franny. Nevertheless, I'm going to give you a little bit of extra cash. There we are, and we'll increase that with time. Now, with a zookeeper and a storeroom, our zookeeper can add some food to the enclosure. But we also now need to pop down a research hub, and I'm going to pop it up by the office over here. Let's place that down. There we are. Reward $250 a day for 14 days. That's actually quite nice. Once again, I'm not going to be known as a person who pays just the market rate. I mean, we're starting a business, and I hope everyone can appreciate that right at the beginning. Like, no business is expected to break even for like the first 2 or 3 years. It's lucky if they break even at that point. You know, it's incredibly uncommon, though amazing and celebratory worthy, when they actually start turning a profit really quickly. But I think they can all appreciate that I'm not going to immediately start, buying all of my staff Porsches. But hopefully one day we will get there. You will all be on like 6-figure salaries. How can I expect any less of you than I would expect myself? If only. Ah, my lord. Don't ever put me in charge of the world. I will crash the economy within about 3 days. Right. Let's see. Let's get some paths so our peeps can have a nice wander. One of the things I quite like about the path system in this is you can have edges, though I'm not using them here. Let me quickly demonstrate. You can do stuff like this. In fact, you know what? Let me move some of these around. Let's move that over here, perhaps. Move this one over there. I know. It's not perfect, but it's what we've got, so we're just going to have to live with it. I'm probably going to make a new enclosure over here, similar to the one we've got right there. And we are going to want to add in a couple of other items as well. I do have some researching to do, and I will get to that in a moment. They're all rushing off to get on the bus. Fair enough. There we are. And we'll draw out this path. Now, we will be expanding the zoo eventually, so I'm not going to, hem it in too aggressively, but there will be a little bit of that as we go. Metal plates. What? No. Maybe, like a little wooden platform out here, perhaps? There we go. That'll be kind of nice. Sure. Just leading up to the enclosure. And do we have any other decorations? We probably do. I could have some tulips, maybe some tall trees, or some small trees. Yeah, let's pop some small trees just there, just to hide that water pump. Though, because the other side has something, I will put a little splash of colour there. There we go. Okay, lovely. I approve already. Though that being said, I should probably stop putting down some amenities for my guests. Nevertheless, we need to do a little bit of research, though I do also want to pop down some shops. These are general warnings, not really tied to any tasks. They're just good ideas. It's like, the zoo doesn't have a shop. I'm not going to turn much of a profit. Right, research. This is the research screen. The employees of your research hub work tirelessly to earn points that you can use to unlock new buildings and bonuses. Try unlocking some research now. Okay, the first thing we're going to go for is I could get a small pack, small balls. Animal enrichment helps to improve your animal's lifestyle. What's a life without a bit of entertainment? I agree, actually. We can also get some benches, we can get desert enclosures, or we can get a tree pack. No, we're going to go for the animal enclosure. There we go. The research grid. Preview for important buildings and bonuses allows you to work towards unlocking the items you want. Selecting the research set on the left gives you a hint about the locations of the different things. Remember to come back regularly to spend your accrued research points. That just goes up depending on the amount of researchers that we've got. But one of the things you can see here is we've got a couple of things unlocked, so we can see them. We've got, for example, here a wind turbine. It's quite a sustainable source of energy. We are paying for our energy, for our water, for the garbage collection, but we can make these more efficient by making them ourselves, and then, in fact, with the case of energy, selling it back to the grid, for example. But to get that, I need morality points. I need to be a generally good zoo owner to be able to unlock this. If I were a bad zoo, then I could make the furnace. Unlock something next to this to learn more. We could also unlock the processor. You get exactly one guess to work out what we would be processing in the processor based on what you're looking at there in the icon. You don't get any points for guessing right either, but you only get one chance. We've got recycling centers. We've also got the nursery. Now we're going to be trying to make a go for that one. But also around here, you can see a couple of other icons, just kind of giving you an idea of what might be there. That's like a neutral item. This is a good morale. This is an evil morale item. And for enclosure, toys or anything that might go in an enclosure, shelters, for example, those are around there. Shops, we can see that there are a couple around. So if you're wanting to move towards a certain thing, restroom, for example, we're probably going to want to get one of these for our guests. We're likely going to want to kind of make a beeline up in that direction. Bins, well, we've already got a bin there, and since we're going to be wanting to go there, might as well. Signposts, ATMs, decorations, plants and trees, shelter, floor tiles, transport, farms, energy, good energy, evil energy, evil energy, wow. Factories, employees, breeding, advertising, facilities, and fountains. There's a lot to research, all things said and done. Now, at night time, the whole zoo speeds up just to get through because everyone's gone home. And it saves at the end of every game. We get a little bit of a readout here. Park rating attracted 24 people. 5 people could not fit on your buses. 1 felt the ticket price was too expensive. And 18 people entered the zoo. Current cash, 972. Today's profit was minus 468. It's going to be a little bit like that for a while. Right, new task, Proving Grounds. Now that we're finally up and running, I would love to start tracking your progress. If you reach 25 total customers, I'll be able to give you a small performance bonus. The target milestones have begun already. I thought I had left those behind when I decided to work for myself, damn it. That is a complete lie. YouTube is worse than the call center when it comes to targets. Hi there. I can't believe a zoo has opened up here in town. I have a small observation though. Perhaps you might want to feed your animals. Hunger leads to starvation, and starvation leads to death, and I don't want dead animals stinking up the neighborhood. Build a storeroom for food. Oh, it's already done, Franny. You complainer, you. Thank you for the $100. New task, hire a janitor. Your zoo is going to become a rat-infested den of disgust unless you hire someone to tidy it up. Oh, man, Franny. I mean, it's good advice, but do you have to deliver it that way? Now, we can have a look around. Right now, we've only got one vacancy, one employee type that we can grab. But let's go ahead and have a look for a job posting for a janitor. So, current openings, 0. Total cost per day, 0, blah, blah, blah. No applicants. Because you have to actually advertise for the job and then sift through the applicants that come along. The admin cost is $5 a day for just managing the applicants, but I'm going to use social media. Who wouldn't want to work in a zoo? Yes, you'll be cleaning up after messy people rather than also messy animals. Let's be perfectly honest. The zookeepers, they do get the better part of this deal because, they're in the pen snuggling the bunnies. But you got to look at the bunnies, and there's got to be a lot said for that. Come on, it's not that bad of a job. Right, event report. Welfare report, 2nd of January, year 1. It is a promising start to a new zoo, but there wasn't much animals to even see, so it's difficult to say. Your animals have a reliable and accessible water source, and all animals are fed. Okay, well, I guess, yeah, assessing us after just 2 days, there's not much to assess. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to apply these changes. We're going to get ourselves, hopefully, a janitor relatively soon. Let's see, we've got no applicants yet. It's going to take us a little bit of time. Let's go ahead and complete the research task. We're really keen to begin our work, so tell us what you would like us to research on by going to the research hub and allocating your research points to unlock more items. There we go. We've got $100 redos. Also, 25 visitors. Now we're filling up and finally up and running. Want to see 25 visitors. We have done. This person has a new task for you. Right? Wow, they gave us 1,500. Wow, that was actually rather nice. Let's go and have a look. Do you have a new task for me or not? No, you do not. That is a lie. A fib. Right. We've got a applicant. No, we're just still waiting on more applicants. Well, that's fine. In the meanwhile, we can go ahead and add in a couple of extra things. We've got a few shops that we can pop down. And I'm thinking we probably want the shops near the center. Like I'm thinking of like some sort of food court or something along those lines. Perhaps we could have the shops pointing inwards, something like that. So we've got a hot dog stall. Once again, we'll give you a bit of extra pay. Job satisfaction, politeness. Now we definitely want polite staff manning the food stand. Also the gift stand, for the same reason really. We want to line that up around about there. There we go. We'll have a bin next to this one though as well. I think that would be wise. So let's pop it down. There we go. Get you a little bit of extra cash. There we are. Okay, perfect. You go ahead and pop down there. Now, do we have bins? We should do. Yes, we've got a little green bin. So now that we're actually selling things, we need a bin to put that stuff in. We've got a very simple restroom that we could pop. We could have a little kind of a court for shops, and the restroom could kind of just be tucked to the side, I suppose. Something like that. Or I could put it right to the side, maybe all the way over there. I think while we've got such a small area, that would actually make a lot of sense. We've got a little shelter that we could put down. Place some shelters. Stay in shade, increases decoration points. I'm not actually too fussed about that one right now. But what I am fussed about is some decorations. Let's get some nice trees. Put a tree over there. I think this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So we can have some flowers at the back here. Maybe something like this. And then some tulips in the middle. That'll look lovely. Now, in fact, let's close that down and check in, see if there's any applicants. Yes, we've got 3 applicants. Fantastic. Total days in business 2. Profit today, 1,035. Nice. Since I invested in this business, you have various performance targets to hit in order to unlock more capital. Reach 100 total customers, and I will release some additional funding. Okay, fair enough. All right, Potter. New task, Animal Picture Club. You know, I really love seeing lots of animals. They bring peace and tranquility to me. But I'm also a member of an online animal spotting group, so we compete to get pictures of the rarest species. I don't think we're supposed to take them at the zoo, but I just like winning on social media regardless of the reality. Anyway, you should get more animals. Wow. Okay. Right, we've got 3 applicants. Let's have a quick look. Goldie. Goldie, you're definitely the you've got the most stars at the very least. Let's increase your salary a bit more. There we go. All the way up to 65. A little bit more politeness. Job satisfaction. Well, you know, I do want you to be satisfied with the job. Do we want to close the job listing as well? Oh, what? Lost puppy. A man has lost his best friend. The animal keeper told me that we have found a lost dog, a beautiful Labrador. We could call the number on its collar and tell its owner. Or we can use this as an opportunity to earn more money and expand this fledgling zoo. Why don't we dress the dog up as a lion and use it to amaze the visitor? Oh my God. Kathleen, have you no soul? Dress it up like a lion and put it on display. +5 evil. Spend $50 to hold an advertising campaign to find... Of course we're going to return the puppy to its owner. My goodness. You scoundrel. Your choices matter. The morality choices you make will impact the buildings and actions you can use. You may be reflected in certain people's behaviors. Choose wisely. Well, I mean, that's completely fair. Even Dark Aavak wouldn't separate someone from their puppy. You wretch. All right, there we go. We've got our janitor now, which is fantastic. There we go. Hopefully, Franny will be satisfied. This person will have the task after this. Complete at least 8 tasks from the management office. Okay, well, I'll just double check, see if there are any new tasks. There are not. We have got 6 research points, though. My lord. Let's actually check in on those. What do we want to grab? Let's go to the research hub. Now, we can get some nicer items. I would very much like to get this. And we may actually be getting closer to that. We could grab a bin there. We get a penguin bin. Unlock 2 more bin packs. Increase bin range by 2 tiles. So the more you unlock of a certain thing, the better the effect of all of those things in the future. But realistically, we really do want to get to the nursery if we can. Potted plants. Everyone likes a bit of scenery. A good variety of these will keep your park looking good and heighten your zoo's decoration score. I mean, you know, it's fair. Or we could go for the enclosure, because I wouldn't mind park benches as well. Yes, let's go for that. Right, so desert enclosure first. Different enclosures are more suited for certain animals. Try to build the ideal habitat for your animals. I will do just that. Now, we can get park benches for 1 point or the nursery for 5. I think we're going to go for the nursery. Use selective breeding to discover new animal types and help map each species' genome. Not that I'm going to do anything untoward with the genome that we discovered. I'm absolutely not going to be... We need to increase the park's reputation. I need animals with more teeth. No, that will never be a thing that happens. I hope. Right, okay, well, that's all gotten. We can now have a quick gander. Oh, yay. New sale record. Where are the facilities? There we go. The nursery. It's a rather large structure, as you can tell. We'll pop it down over here for now. Once again, your work ethic is so dire. And there seems to be about nothing I can do to improve that. Oh, well. Maybe we'll hire someone better for that in time. Now, I can't... oh, we've had our first little baby. Bruiser. Longevity, average, +0. This will change. Current diet, for example, can affect that. And giving them the right types of foods. All animals like different types of cuisine. Or you can have a basic food pack or food pellet that you can buy from the store. But these you'd probably be able to grow yourself as well. Now, the happier and more suitable the enclosure, the more likely the animal is going to do well. But if I want a breeding pair in the nursery, it'll greatly increase the odds of them actually breeding. If we go into the breeding slot, we can actually have a look at breeding pairs. We can see what would happen here. We can see of the animals we've got, what potential unlocks they would have, so on and so forth. But it does remove the animals from their respective pens, which would, you know, greatly reduce the score of the zoo, because there would be one tiny baby rabbit. Now, people actually do care about the maturity of the animals. A baby rabbit is going to make people a lot happier than a fully grown rabbit. Right, let's have a look. We want drinks shops. Okay, fair enough. Oh, yes, of course. I will cover that in just a moment. We want a cola vendor. We can pop that perhaps over here, right in the middle there. I think that would be fine. Maybe a little snack vendor as well, just in case people want the snacks. There we go. But anyone who played Ye Olde Theme Park, and many games that use it as a great source of their influence for their design, adjust seasoning. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Nothing masks bad tasting food quite like MSG. It also contributes to thirst. So, you know, if we want them to be a little bit more thirsty, we can do that. You can change the price, adjust the recipe for the meat. Eyes and tails or prime meat. Let's be known for a really nice tasting hot dog. Let's not go for a really bad hot dog. We will also be known for a hot dog that really, really gives you a thirst, a powerful thirst. And then we're going to pop over to the cola vendor and we're going to charge a little bit more for the cola. Look, we need money. You can maximize profits by farming your own ingredients for this produce. Use the farm processor to produce fructose. We can also add some caffeine. While this helps maximize profits by getting your visitors to move around the zoo at a faster speed, in some cases it may also lead to heart attacks. Maybe let's not add any caffeine right now. Just the chemicals in it, less bad and bad. Wow. Let's go for the less bad chemicals, shall we? I'm not going to get a huge amount of profit on this, but it's certainly not awful. We've also got a snacks vendor. Once again, adding extra salt can make a dish taste better. Adding more salt makes people thirsty. Eating too much salt without having anything to drink will lead to nausea. We'll add a tiny bit of extra salt. And we'll make it more potatoes as well. Look, you know, I'm balancing the good with the bad. There we go. You're going to have to pay $1 for a bag of crisps. I'm not sure what that comes out to, like in America, how much you typically pay for your bags of crisps. And over here, I think that's actually kind of on par. So I'm not even sure that we're doing anything bad there. You can minimize profits by farming your own items. For this one, we need to use the recycling center to produce plastic. Now, I would like to use some enamel for this, but we're going to charge $4. It is expensive, but that's just the way it's going to be. There we go. You can't put a price on quality. Well, you absolutely can. That's literally what I'm doing, actually. Right, well, hopefully we can clean all of this up. But with that done, let's have a look over here. Yep, the berth there. That's great. Let's add in some decorations. Now, I'm thinking we're going to go for wood all the way around. Oh, save the game. All the way around, like so. And then I would just like to add these into... I should be doing the other side. There we go. There we are. And clunk. Now, can I actually put... Oh, I can put it underneath. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. There we go. And up there as well, just to add a little bit of difference to it. And then grass underneath the flowers. Oh, that's actually quite lovely. I really like that. Let's have a little bit of grass under... Oh, no. Under here. Ah, that is unfortunate. Oh, wait. Let me see. Can I do this? It lets me do that. Wow. Okay, that is actually... I'm not going to lie, that is a really good feature. That elevates this game a lot. Like, over quite a lot of other, quote-unquote, prettier games and 3D graphics. That alone, being able to stamp multiple tiles on the same tile, multiple textures, rather, that is not common. And that is absolutely making me geek out right now. Let's pop a little simple lamp over here. There we go. How can we expect people to get to Narnia if they don't know lamps? Do we want some extra items? maybe, but not just yet. I think we can hold off on that. We got some simple park benches, but we'll get to those in a moment. You have an animal variant. You have an animal in your zoo that you can trade with another zoo. Oh, very well. Let's have a quick look at that. We've got a zoo over in England by the looks of it. London Zoo. So, you may have heard that a goose can be quite difficult. Well, let me tell you, that most certainly is not the case, Shifty Eyes. And is in no way the reason we are trying to trade a pair of them for just one rabbit. No, not at all. Trust the English to try and pull the wool over our eyes, but no. No. We see through your evil ploy. I'm sure those geese are fine, though. I'm going to prepare them an enclosure first before we do that. So let's go ahead and make another enclosure. Similar shape and size to the last one, honestly. There we go. Plunk. You can have a little gate there. We are going to want to set up this enclosure with a water area. Will this be within range? Ah, fantastic. It is. The geese definitely need some kind of enrichment. We will go with a small red ball. There we go. It's not a lot. I know. I would like to add more, but sadly. Decorations. Let's give them a big tree. Big tree to hide under. There we go. And while we're doing that, I want some grass in here for the rabbits to enjoy. That way they can seek some privacy in the grasses. The geese can have, well, honestly, I kind of feel that the geese should have a little bit of extra roughage as well, for the same reason. There we go. That will do very nicely. Do rabbits really eat carrots? Yes, they do. But there's a lot of things that people think that rabbits eat that they will, because sadly they're a little bit dumb. But they absolutely shouldn't. You should never feed it to them because it will really, really mess their stomach up. They trust you. If you give them something to eat, they don't doubt it. Right, we're going to send Bruiser over for the trade. There we go. 2 geese. Oh, you are sure to be happy with these, and they possibly won't be any trouble. But I do recommend not letting your visitors get too close. Scallywag. Right, okay, let's pop you in there. There we go. It will be lovely. Now, they will be here in one day. It's going to take a little bit of time for them to get over here, but that's fine. Right, with that done, we could start looking at setting up a couple of new enclosures, but I think we're fine right now. Let's have a look at research instead. Right, well, we've got the nursery. I would very much like to get the park bench set up. There we go. And this will lead to the shelter pack. Place some shelters. Stay in the shade. Increase decoration. I mean, I'm okay with the idea of getting those shelters, but just not yet. I would very much like to get up towards the wind turbine. Let's try it. Now, I have the morality requirement, but I'm going to need 10 unlock points for that. Ooh, slushy shop. I'm going to need 15 unlock points to get to it. I'm sorry, but priorities. Slushy is one of them. Guests need the very most delectable snacks. Right, there we go. I actually quite like this. You know what? Let's add a little bit more decoration around the place. Let's put some grass down under and beneath all of this. There we are. All the way along. Can I not? There we go. That's looking much better already. Let's do the same over here. Can I not? There we go. It does seem to be a little bit finicky sometimes, depending on where I click. But there we are. That looks lovely. I really am impressed, though, with that tile. I'm going to be geeking about that for a little while. You're just going to have to get used to it. I am sorry. It will be annoying. I am actually sorry, because I know how annoying I would feel, but... I know how annoying I am, and I feel it sometimes, but I know how annoying it would be for someone to be geeking over such a small detail. Alright, animal keeper zoning. Create work zones. Your animal keepers are inefficient, making your animals suffer. Create work zones for better efficiency by selecting each keeper and assigning them places to work. Maximize efficiency by sending more experienced keepers to enclosures that are larger and further from the storeroom. Use the heat map to view your zoning. Okay, will do. There we go. Right, well, let's check in on the heat map then, as you say. Oh, there is a new animal variant available in the shelter today. Alright, we may well check that out. But animal keeper zoning, we don't really have a zone for them. We only have one keeper as well, so I don't really see too much reason to zone them yet, but I guess I could do that. There's a VIP in your zoo. Occasionally, VIPs will visit your zoo. You'll be able to interact with them by locating them and speaking to them. Okay. I will bear that in mind. Right, so we'll add these 2 areas to your zones. There we go. Right, let's have a look at you. Joseph, do you want to get your hands on some rare animals? I can find all sorts of animals. Just don't ask me where I got it. Who needs ethics when there is money involved? No, you utter scumbag. Be reported. Report this illegal animal trader to the police. Doing so may damage your relationships with the trader or result in them going to prison. One can but hope. Jennifer Dudner, oh sorry, the editor again. The manager of a local zoo is said to have reported an animal trader to the police. Traders like this one often take endangered animals away from their natural habitat and sell them to the highest bidder. Illegal poaching has brought many threatened animals closer to extinction, and is a very serious offense. This trader was taken into custody and is expected to serve time in prison for their crimes. As well they bloody should. Scoundrel. But let's, on that note, let's interact with some of the other guests. I've been to better zoos, but this one is okay. Well, I mean, probably fair. We've got rabbits and geese. There's nothing more for me to do. Well, I mean, entry ticket for $5, cola for $1.20, visit a rabbit enclosure, visit a rabbit enclosure. I mean, oh, well, yeah, we don't even have the geese. Right now, we are a zoo with 1 attraction, 2 white rabbits. I feel the criticism was warranted. Right, but I would like to have a look at some other items. We've got a sign at Science Fair Park. Oh, nice. That's actually pretty cool. A zoo map. I kind of would like it. Maybe I could place it over here? Sure. And for symmetry's sake, I'll place one over there. Not that you're going to need it, but this way, 2 people... Well, multiple people. It's not just 2. At the very least, I would expect 4 people to be able to see everything. Right. Let's have a quick gander. How are we doing for research? We're going to need 5 for that. Perhaps I could expand things out a little bit. Some people are not too happy with the price of the zoo. Now, I could acquiesce to their requirements by dropping it, but honestly, that's a decent slice of pie. I think we're happy with this. We can make it free, though, if we particularly want to. You cannot charge to go to the restroom, as you shouldn't be able to, frankly. They're already paying to get into the zoo. Cleaning the restroom can be considered part of their ticket price. There we go. When I mentioned that to she came just straight away, is fired back with, "Gotta spend a penny to spend a penny." He was like, "What? What kind of tyranny is this? I'm not going to be any part of this lavatory tyranny. I refuse." Only because the consequence is so much worse for me than it is for anyone else. I do not want we and worse all over the paths in my zoo. Please and thank you. Oh, our geese are here. Let's make this out there. There we go. That actually lines up quite nicely. Yeah, I guess we are going to go with this all the way up. There we are. Oh, you can make really nice little angled paths with that, actually. That's pretty cool. Am I going to do this to you? Yes, I am. Do I feel good about myself? Not on this one. No, that is... I appreciate that what I've just done is possibly a crime. Nevertheless, you're just going to have to put up with it. There we go. We've got geese. Okay, they got a very different set of eating requirements, naturally. Alright, now then, let's go ahead and head out to the world map. We have got the shelter. We've also got another zoo down here. They would like a goose for some snakes. Very well. We can get some more rabbits. We can get pigs. We can get other geese. Oh, this is fantastic. Yes, I will take different looking geese and rabbits. A pig, though. Would a pig be okay in a... Well, maybe a mixed pen? I'm not sure. But I'm going to rescue all of these. I see no reason not to. I won't rescue the white rabbit. We've already got enough white rabbits. Select an enclosure to deliver your new animals. So, first and foremost, I'm going to deliver the rabbits over here. Next, though, I'm going to deliver the pig and the goose over here. Ooh. Okay, separation for... It needs a lot of territory. Okay. How about over here, then? This one will work, but it will have used up the entirety of the space. Okay, duly noted. Duly noted. The pig wants a much greater amount of room. All right. I'll bring you in. There we go. Right. With that said, we've now got 6 points. I could go for the slushy. I think we will. There we are. New shop. We can also get a little fountain. Get some cabbages. We can actually start growing our own food. Oh, hello. You may have noticed a large number of foreign investors arriving in the community recently. This is all due to our wonderful new zoo. The seed investor, Kathleen Kay, is hoping to get more partners on board and has managed to grab the attention of a large number of wealthy individuals. As a result, tour buses full of international business people want to see the zoo for themselves and are arriving shortly. Ms. Lee said, "This is a great opportunity for diversifying my portfolio. I can also avoid paying taxes at home by putting my money offshore in businesses like this one." Wow. I don't really care about the ecological side of the zoo. I just need somewhere to hide my money because I'm so rich. Hitting on the nose there, I'm going to be perfectly honest. My lord. Alright, well, we've now got a slushy shop. I could put it here, but it would not quite fit. I now need... The consequences of my actions are coming to bite me in the butt. I guess I could put a slushy shop over here just for the time being. Let's pop that down. Let's get our sales staff. Look, you're having to wear a very silly hat, so I'm going to give you even more. This is the silly hat tax. There you go. Right. Next, want benches. Let's get some nice benches. Wooden benches are gorgeous benches. Now, I could have these just above. Something like that. In the way of the path. Or I could have them with the back to the animals, but I really feel that it's a zoo. You're here to see the animals, not sit with your back to them. So, path blockage be damned. There we go. Right, 100 visitors. Hooray! Since I invested in this business, you have various performance targets to hit in order to unlock more capital. Research 100 total customers and reach 100 total customers and I will release some additional funding. Please release the funding as agreed. There we are, 1,500. Not actually too bad. You are a businesswoman of your word. Okay, well that's it for there for now. I do want to adjust this though. Let's shimmy some things around, at least a little. Thankfully, it's very easy to move stuff. Let's shimmy that all the way over there. Now, we're not going to really be... I may want to move some of our bunnies over here. I'll need to move a couple so they're not lonely, though. But what can we do with the slushy shop? Adjust seasoning. Corn syrup. Corn syrup's increased sweetness offers a medium kick of energy. However, this sweetened taste can easily lead to nausea. No. I refuse on that one. We're going to increase the spring water here. Once again, we're not going to be known for substandard slushies. There are some things that my conscience can accept. There are others that it will not accept. It could, but it just won't. Right, let's shimmy these around a little bit. There we go. We're going to quickly redecorate this area and move you down hither. Right about there, I think. Well, actually, I could have it there as well, I suppose. Where's our bin? Our bin is down in that corner, so that actually makes sense. Sure. Okay, we're going to add another bin. Amenities. We're going to have a penguin bin, sure. Penguin bin right there. Further to that, I'm then going to go ahead and redesign this whole area. There we go. All the way across. Actually, it looks like some of the tiles are basically hidden because of the way I placed them. Fair enough. Let's place that across there. And I guess have this move up and around and through, I suppose. You know what? I'm kind of liking the idea of having this more as a perimeter around the whole area rather than, strictly speaking, through the area. We can use maybe a different tile for that. There we go. And then all the way across. And then on the inside, perhaps. I don't want to put something there, so we'll see about that one. But so far, that's okay. That side, I'll leave it as grass, just because, well, maybe not. Maybe not. What we'll do is I will delete that flower. We'll leave a little bit of grass there, maybe. And, oh, new task. I would love to extend the warmest of welcomes to you. The people of the city love having a zoo here, and I have personally cleared the land around your zoo for development. If you want to buy more land to expand, we are happy to sell it to you. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm thinking of opening a transport dealership to sell industrial vehicles and buses. If you'd like to invest a sum of money, I'll open an account for you and ensure that you're front of the queue when it comes to buying buses. To service you, that's $500 well spent, I feel. We shall grease the wheels. Okay, this person will have a new quest after this. 40 days passed since previous quest was completed. Okay, fair enough. This person has a new quest for you. Task complete, apparently. Okay, due to the growing popularity of the zoo, the mayor has approved plans for expansion. All efforts have been made to reduce red tape and extend a warm welcome to the zoo, fast-tracking the process of buying land, so long as the zoo can afford it. Our mayor is very delighted with the zoo and enthused by the possibilities that the destination brings in terms of both entertainment and education. I hope that we will be able to get a world-class zoo in our area that we can proudly call our own, she says. Oh, what a lovely mayor. We have yet to hear from the zoo's management team with regards to their expansion plans, but we assume the process will begin in the near future. Indeed it will. Oh my lord, so many. Thanks to an investment from the local zoo, Kay Sawyer has opened a transport dealership. He had this to say, I am so happy. Not only will I be selling buses to the zoo, I will also be selling all kinds of other industrial vehicles to people in the area. Sawyer hopes to one day expand his business to include his other love, theme park attractions. But for now, looks like this transport tycoon's business, wow, so many name drops, will do fantastically well in the area. There we go. But I refuse, I straight up refuse to wrap up this Let's Play, or rather this first taste, until we have all of these items in place. Actually, we need grass for that. Let's pop grass under that tree. And over there as well. Oh no. Now I need to do this. Deliveries by Chinook. That is kind of swish, to be honest. Right, there we go. That will do, I feel. Done and indeed done and done. We've got a pig. It looks happy. I'm pleased. We've got more geese. We do, however, need to move some rabbits across. My lord. Animals. There we go. Bessie, moving you here. There you go. And also I'm going to send... I'll send Cosmo with you. There we go. Enjoy your new enclosure. Happiness, but also sadness, because I've just looked at the time and we are all out of time for today's episode. There is so much more to this game. We have only just scratched the surface. As I mentioned right at the beginning, there is gene editing, or CRISPR at the very least, that you can use to get some rather interesting new animals for your zoo. Whether you do so ethically or not, who can say? But I really do hope you've enjoyed this first taste, and if there is interest in seeing a little bit more, don't be shy about popping a comment or a like down below to let me know. But that is going to be it for now. So until next time, and as always, from myself, all of the staff at the zoo, and of course, all of our animals, do take care.